Bakit maraming Pinoy ang hindi nag-i-invest? Ano ba yung mga barriers na pumipigil sa kanila? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na to. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For today, ang pag-uusapan natin ay yung mga iba't ibang barriers of investing and paano natin ma-overcome itong mga challenges na to. Kahit sino siguro ang tanungin mo ay mag-a-agree na napaka-importante na nag-i-invest. Pero bakit hindi lahat ng tao nagagawa ito? Ano yung pumipigil sa kanila? So for today, ang pag-uusapan natin ay 3 barriers at ano ba yung mga strategies and solutions para ma-overcome natin itong mga barriers na to. Pero bago ang lahat, I hope ay nakasubscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel, youtube.com/readytoberichyt at nakafollow sa ating Facebook page na facebook.com/readytoberich. And with that, let's start. Bakit nga ba hindi nag-i-invest or hindi nakakapag-invest ang mga tao? I've observed that there are 3 main reasons. The first one is that they don't have time. The second reason is they don't have knowledge or hindi nila alam kung paano. And lastly, and I think this is the most common reason, it is because they don't have money. So, how do we overcome these 3 challenges? No time or walang oras. That's one of the reasons that I hear kung bakit hindi nakakapag-invest ang isang tao. Para sa akin, pag sinabing no time, meron siyang dalawang ibig sabihin. The first one is that I don't have time to learn about investing. If you think that you don't have time to learn about investing, then I challenge you to look through your schedule. Tingnan mo ano ba yung usually na ginagawa mo buong araw. And I'm very sure you have time to scroll through your social media and even binge watch your favorite TV series. And with that, I challenge you to use your social media and streaming time to learn instead. Yung pag-binge watch nyo ng mga TV series, gawin nyo na lang siyang binge watching of educational and motivational videos on YouTube. Kailangan talaga meron tayong priority at meron tayong conscious effort to change ano ba yung mga kinukonsume natin online. If we consume yung mga gossip, mga maraming entertainment content, hindi naman natin sinasabi na tanggalin sila lahat, but probably a good amount of time towards learning instead. Kung 3 oras ka nagbi-binge watch ng favorite na K-drama mo, siguro 1 hour na lang yung K-drama and then 2 hours binge watching educational videos. Kung mahilig ka naman magbasa ng mga posts online, then probably you can follow mga educational content creators para may mga useful content ka rin about finances, about investing, about self-development na mababasa. Of course, there's no substitute to actually attending a seminar, setting aside a weekend para matuto. Or you can also buy financial books para magbasa at mag-self-study through online courses. Marami yan. You just have to take the time to find them and do some research. Another reason that people say that they don't have time is that masyado silang busy, masyado silang maraming ginagawa, kaya wala na silang oras para mag-invest. And I think this is just an excuse because nowadays, marami ng investments na pwede mong gawin online. You can just check your bank apps at pati yung mga digital wallets mo. Meron ng menu doon for investing. And kung gusto mo ng regular schedule kung kailan mag-i-invest para hindi mo na siya tatandaan, isabay mo na siya kapag magbabayad ka ng bills mo. Kapag magbabayad ka ng kuryente, isabay mo na yung paglalagay ng pera doon sa mga investment accounts mo. Another reason or barrier why people don't invest is that they lack the knowledge. They don't know how. And madalas naririnig ko rin na masyado kasi siyang complicated at mahina ako sa numbers. Well, let me tell you 2 stories. The first one is the story of Earl Crowley. And this story came out in 2013. Kung isa-search nyo yung pangalan niya, makikita nyo yung kanyang life story. Si Earl, he's a parking attendant and he's earning minimum wage sa US. Pero despite that, when he retired, his net worth was around $500,000. $500,000 at a minimum wage salary. Naku, paano niya nagawa yon? Well, nung in-interview siya ng mga news outlets, na-discover nila na napakabata pa lang ni Earl ay nag-i-invest na siya. Nag-i-invest siya na small amounts and over the years, nag-compound na yung earnings, yung returns sa mga investments niya. Kaya nung nag-retire siya, nakabili siya ng bahay, meron siyang sariling bahay, Meron siyang $500,000 na net worth at napag-aral at napag-graduate niya lahat ng mga anak niya. Kung interested kayo malaman yung full story ni Earl, you can just search for his name on YouTube at maraming lalabas na mga videos na fini-feature siya. Ang pinaka-favorite ko dito yung pangatlo, parking attendant builds $500K portfolio on $12 per hour salary. Napaka-inspirational, napaka-motivational. And the moral of his life story is really that if a minimum wage earner can invest and retire rich, nako, kayang-kaya mo rin yan. Ngayon, baka sinasabi nyo na syempre sa US yan, iba yung opportunities doon. Well, meron din na similar story dito sa Pilipinas. If you've encountered this book, yung My Maid Invests in the Stock Market, this is actually the story of Gina Macahilos. And this book was written by Bo Sanchez and it was published in 2010. So, nung 2010, nag-i-invest pa lang yung maid ni Bo Sanchez na si Gina sa stock market. But in 2018, nag-publish ulit si Bo Sanchez ng libro at ang title na nun ay How My Maid Became a Millionaire. So in a matter of 8 years, naging milyonaryo si Gina. Ikaw ba? Ilang taong ka na nagtatrabaho? More than 8 years na ba? Naging milyonaryo ka ba? Nako, if not, then perhaps you should follow the steps of Gina at gawin mo rin yung ginawa niya dahil nag-invest siya sa stock market. The same with Earl, you can learn about her story by just searching for her name and you will see yung mga features ng life story ni Gina. But if there's one thing that I want you to take away from Gina's story is that everyone and anyone can learn and be successful at investing. Kahit na hindi ka graduate ng high school, kung matyaga ka, kung meron kang growth mindset, kayang-kaya mong mag-invest. Kayang-kaya mong matuto, mag-invest. So, the solution to the barrier of lack of knowledge in investing is that you have to first cultivate a growth mindset. You need to find time to study. You need to be patient with yourself. And more importantly, you have to be persistent. Kailangan ginagawa mo siya, ini-schedule mo siya araw-araw na mag-aral. Anyone can learn and be successful at investing. Always remember that. The last and probably the most common reason or barrier why people don't invest is that they don't have money. Wala silang pera na pang-invest. Saan tayo kukuha ng pera? Well, for me, honestly, I think this is more of an excuse than a valid reason. Because I believe that if you can learn how to save, then you will have money to invest. At sa panahon ngayon, napakarami ng investments na napakababa yung required opening amount. You can actually invest with as little as 50 pesos today. A lot of stockbrokers have lowered their opening requirements na as low as 1,000 pesos, you can already invest in a unit investment trust fund or even open an account with a stockbroker. So the real challenge here really is to learn how to save. Kasi yung naiipon mo, yun yung ipang-i-invest mo. And when it comes to saving, walang tatalo sa saving formula. Just follow this formula. Income minus savings is equal to expenses. As soon as dumating yung sweldo mo, mag-set aside ka na kagad ng fixed amount at itabi as your savings. And then budget the rest of the money for your cost of living expenses. So, you can start with as little as 50 pesos. Pagdating ng sweldo mo, kumuha ka ng 50 pesos, itago mo. At yun yung ipang-invest mo. Set an amount to save regularly. Pero syempre, hindi ka yayaman sa 50 pesos na ini-invest. So, you have to work your way up. Paunti-unti, itaas mo yung sinisave mo every month. And the ideal goal is to save at least 30% of your salary. So, kung sumisweldo ka ng 30,000 pesos a month, so around 9,000 dapat nasisave mo and nai-invest mo. Hindi mo yan magagawa overnight. It could take a few years before you can finally achieve it. Start small, but start now and just work your way up slowly but surely through the months and through the years. In summary, the three barriers to investing, which is the lack of time, knowledge, and money, may seem daunting. Parang ang hirap gawin, but they are not insurmountable. Kayang-kaya mo yan basta you put your mind into it, you are determined to overcome these barriers. By setting aside time for learning and starting with even modest amounts, anyone can begin their investing journey. The key is to take that first step, no matter how small, and remain consistent. With the right mindset and approach, investing can become an achievable and rewarding part of your financial future. Kayang-kaya mo yan. And that's the end of our video. I hope ay marami kayong natutunan at may napulot kayong mga bagong lessons sa personal finance. Again, my name is Fitz Villafuerte. I hope ay nakasubscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel at magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod nating video. Goodbye, take care, and stay safe.